So, we finally watched Supergirl, the movie. And somehow, it's still boring. Evil witch, space pod, invisible monster. This movie has everything, and yet, nothing at all. Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are
hopefully awesome.
That's right, a positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky thing is... Oh, that's loud. I don't know. Should we do like Smallville or Supergirl or...
I don't know.
And today's geeky thing is...
Wow.
That's right, everybody. Because this is Going Back to Smallville, our weekly podcast where Maggie and I rewatch and recap every episode of Smallville, week by week, episode by episode. We are currently in between season 6 and 7, and as we've done every season, we have taken a week off from Smallville to take a look back at the history of Superman films.
The building blocks of poop.
Wow. And... that's right. This week is none other than Supergirl. The movie. Everybody. What a film.
What
a game.
What
Let me tell
a game.
You.
What
Let me tell you.
a good time.
Special thanks, as always, to Basilius of Stupidonia and my lady Hikari. Thank you for being our Patreon producers for the month. We greatly appreciate you. You are awesome. Also, special shout out to Matt ZR in the chat. It says, so did Matt update the scroll LOL? Guess what? I did, dog. Because I saw your comment. I did see you sent me a message to update it. And I couldn't respond. And then I forgot. And then I got in here and was getting ready to hit go live. And I saw your comment. I was like, yeah, let's get that in there. So Thank you for that. And also, thank everyone. Because we're going back to Smallville.
Oh, no. Zoltar City.
Zoltar City.
Zoltar.
Boo-doo-doo. Zoltar
I feel like
City.
it's a top, like a name of incense. Zoltar.
Zoltar City on Zoltar Road. People always playing Kryptonian games. That's pretty good. You didn't expect me to be able to cram that in there,
Knee
did
deep
you?
in the hoopla.
That's all I got. I don't know what to
That's
tell
the name of their album too.
Knee deep in the hoopla.
Yeah.
They call us irresponsible.
Zoltar gave me a wand.
That you don't. That's not how you do it, man. You have to make it rhyme. It has to rhyme in some way.
I don't need to rhyme. Okay.
Zoltar plays the mambo. Selena plays the good.
Wow. Hey,
Don't you remember? We built Zoltar City.
Wasn't it Ara City?
Argo City.
Argo.
On rock and roll. I'm going to tell you right now.
Pocket dimension.
As terrible as this is better than the movie was. Okay. My God.
That was
This movie. Holy God.
A train on fire.
I have one sound effect that I think sums it up really well.
Starship.
Supergirl. Special thanks to smallville.fandom.com and Wikipedia and IMDb for helping us curate the information for this episode. The original release date was not filled in, so I don't have that information on me. Maggie, do you want to look that up for me real
Yeah, I
quick?
can look it up real quick.
Thank you. I meant to put it in there and then I forgot. Written by David Odell, whose previous credits include 48 episodes of The Muppet Show.
What?
48 episodes of The Muppet Show. Y'all ever heard the OK Go version of that? Because the OK Go version of that's pretty freaking rad. I'm just saying.
18 more. I'm getting to it. United States, November 21st, 1984.
Man, I always hear people talking about 1984 and how bad it is. I guess it's because of this movie. 48 episodes of The Muppet Show. He also wrote The Dark Crystal
Oh shit.
and Masters of the Universe.
Oh god.
Yeah. Just quality
Man,
work.
then we pair it up with the director. Man, we're flying high.
Oh, yeah.
No wonder this shit was so weird. God, it didn't make any sense. And now it makes sense why it didn't make sense.
Directed by Janae Zwark, whose previous episodes include Season 3's Perry and Velocity, Season 4's Spell and Recruit and Blank, Season 5's Exposed, Vengeance and Void, and Season 6's Reunion and Noir. And ironically enough, no episodes in Season 7. Janae Zwark did not direct any episodes in Season 7. He comes back in Season 8.
He does.
Pretty sure he does some in 8, 9, and 10.
I bet he just is like, I did Noir. I need a year off from this shit.
It's just ironic. You would think he'd be there. Synopsis. When a powerful device called the Omegahedron is accidentally lost from Argo City. Okay, well, we'll get into it. A Kryptonian colony in a transdimensional pocket. Kara Zor-El journeys to Earth to retrieve it and save her people. The device falls into the hands of Selena. It is pronounced Selena?
It is pronounced Selena.
I didn't know if they were trying to gussy it up a little bit, make it sound more mystical.
No.
Okay, Selena. An ambitious sorceress who uses the power of dark magic disguised as Linda Lee. Kara adapts to Earth, discovers her powers, and enrolls at a girls' school all while tracking the Omegahedron. After multiple clashes, Selena banishes Kara to the Phantom Zone, where she nearly perishes but escapes thanks to a selfless act from her mentor, Zoltan. Do you remember Zoltan? Do you remember Zoltan?
What's Zoltan?
Zoltan.
You gotta help me out here.
Dude, where's my car?
I've only watched that once,
Oh
and
my God.
it is a blur to me because I was in middle school and it was a sleepover. That's all I can say.
I loved that movie because it was so insane. Because like all the things are like, all the trailers, previews and stuff is like, hey dude, where's your car? We're so stupid, we lost a car. And then you watch it, it's like there's aliens and cults and stuff. And you're like, wait, what?
That is true.
It's great. Remember, there's all the ladies merged to make like a Voltron lady. And Jennifer Garner gets boob enhancement.
Yeah, and her friend does too.
Yeah, they both do.
Yeah.
Let's see where we're at. Regaining her strength, Kara defeats Selena, reclaims the Omegahedron, and returns home, restoring life to Argo City.
I love
This
Linda Lee.
is Supergirl, the movie. Maggie, what did we think of this movie?
Wait a second. There. Yeah, that's it.
That's what it was?
Yeah.
Classic
It
Maggie.
was a ride. Because wherever you started out, they're in Argo City. Right?
They are. Yeah, they start off in Argo City.
And
With Zoltar painting
Zoltar-
some fucking trees or something.
He's
I
like,
don't
look
even
at
know.
this is a tree. And you're like, and I'm like, oh my God, it's
I never
It's
seen
Lawrence
a
of-
tree.
it's
Climbs big as
Lawrence
a
of
tree.
Arabia.
Mary said that.
Yes.
Zor-El.
Oh
He's
yeah.
like, I know a tree is a tree. It's that poem. You know, the Camptown ladies sing their song. Doo-dah.
Wow. Anyways, I feel like that part didn't bother me. Like they're in a pocket.
that was bad. No, that was bad.
It doesn't bother
Zoltar
me.
painting a fucking clay tree was terrible. It was terrible. Like, Maggie, I want you to close your eyes, Maggie. Okay. Remember Krypton at the beginning of Superman the movie?
Yeah.
Guilty.
Girl turd.
Now think of Supergirl in Argo City with these goddamn hippies painting trees,
I think that's
thinking
why
we're
I
in the
like
middle
it.
of
They're
Godspell
hippies.
or some
That's
shit.
why I liked it. They're hippies.
They're like, we could be like Marlon Brando, but what if we were more like the Who's Tommy? What if we just did that? What if that's the movie we did?
Caleb Richardson, The movie did not deserve Helen Slater. Helen Slater carried this stupid movie on her back. Her endless wonder was great for Kara. I agree.
It's true.
The outfit was great. She was great. It's just I hated her alter
Linda Lee.
I hated that. I hated it.
Yeah, no, it was.
And I hated the all-girls school. I hated the math teacher that apparently knew the witch, Selena. And I had to
He was
look
a
up.
warlock, by the way. I got clarification.
Oh,
on that.
he
He's
is a warlock.
Yeah.
Well, that warlock, if anybody knows British
Galgamore.
comedy, no, that guy and Dudley Moore
Yeah.
were a comedy duo for years back in like the 60s and 70s.
I was trying to make a reference to the Smurfs. Is that what his name was? Galgamore or whatever. You know?
I can't remember.
You know,
his
the
name.
wizard.
I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about. I don't know his name.
He wanted to like fuck the Smurfs or something.
I wanted to eat him.
Out.
No. God, you weirdo. Anyways, yeah, that whole thing, I was like, none of this makes sense.
Yeah, no. It was awful.
The construction thing that
Oh, we'll get there, Maggie.
Oh, I
we'll
know.
get there. For those who don't know, we actually did a watch along for Supergirl the movie.
Yeah.
And I recorded it, so I think I'm gonna upload it. I can't upload it as is to YouTube because obviously it'll flag it. So I'm gonna have to like remove the audio of the movie and remove the image of it. But I'll probably put the audio version up on Patreon and members. I'll link it in the like for members in the Google Drive and stuff. So so if you're an awesome member, if you missed out on the live watch along, I'm gonna be putting that up for you. So join the Patreon if you want to watch it with us. It was awful.
It was.
But in fairness, I will say, I was expecting it to be terrible.
Yeah.
And it was.
It was.
But I also was not expecting it to be as heavily tied to the Christopher Reeve Superman movies.
Yeah, because we were under impression it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, like I knew obviously Mark McClure was in it. Like I knew that, and but I thought that was it.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Like I didn't expect Argo City. I didn't expect the Phantom Zone. I didn't expect it to even look like the flat Phantom Zone part.
Yeah.
Like seeing an image of Superman, like I half expected that.
Yeah.
But like the amount of stuff that was legitimately tied to the Christopher Reeve movie, I was a bit surprised by.
Yeah.
Like I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Like
it was kind of nice.
It's terrible, and I would not recommend it. But like if you're watching all the Christopher Reeve movies, this is a cool side story that kind of gives you more information. I mean, being able to see the inside of the Phantom Zone alone is cool enough to watch this if you're really enjoying those movies.
Yeah.
Now, if you're not enjoying the Christopher Reeve Superman movie, do not attempt this.
Peace out.
Like it's not worth it at all. Not
Because
worth it.
that's the hindsight. It was the 80s. Still weird though.
It was the 80s, man.
It was the 80s, man. Caleb, you're right.
You know what else was happening in the 80s? The Cold War. Cold War. What is it good for? Get it?
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
How Kara and Ethan progressed this year.
Oh my God.
So, okay. I put this in here. Like, I'm not going to lie.
Stupid.
I looked it up on Wikipedia and IMDb and I think Superman fandom. And like, there's not a very good like synopsis of this. It seems like a lot of people really just want to be like,
he doesn't exist.
just the quickest possible breakdown of the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm doing a lot of this from memory. So if I forget something, I could be wrong. And halfway through writing this, I kind of got bored and just skipped to the end of writing it because it's terrible. It's not even worth remembering.
Gargamel.
Yeah. I think that's
job, Matt
close
ZR.
to what I said, right? Thanks, Matt ZR, the Oracle.
Upgrades.
So, Kara and Ethan. Kara meets Ethan a groundskeeper at an all-girl school. Ethan is put under a love spell by Selena. Ethan leaves Selena's hideout a bit dazed and confused.
Under a love spell.
Selena puts a spell on Ethan to make him fall in love with the first person he sees. Ethan causes a comedy of errors until he is rescued by Supergirl. That, we'll talk about it.
That whole part right there. Oh boy, Supergirl is awful. I'm so sorry. What's up, Travis?
Oh, Travis. Oh, man. Kara puts her disguise of Linda Lee back on to check on Ethan, and upon looking at Kara, Ethan falls in love with her. Later, Ethan and Linda are attacked by Selena, but they escape. Supergirl watches over Ethan after he's hit in the head by a coconut. Remember when that happened? Remember when a fucking coconut? From nowhere.
From nowhere.
Ethan,
Witches, man.
Ethan wakes up worried about Linda, but Supergirl assures him that she's okay. Later, this is where I skipped everything. Later, Supergirl rescues Ethan and the others after defeating Selena.
Yeah.
Ethan confesses his true love for Linda. Like, he's not under spell anymore.
But it's still stupid.
Knowing that Linda, Kara, and Supergirl are all the same person. Kara tells him she has to return to her city and leaves, and Ethan says he'll cover for her with her Linda identity. Why? Doesn't matter.
Well, Linda and I got married.
When Linda was in Ethan's land, let my Ethan go.
Okay.
So, I think, like, okay, there's so much bad about this movie. Okay, the writing of most everything,
Most of the editing,
the bad guys are just horribly boring. But I think my least favorite thing in the whole movie is this Ethan character, because he's nothing and yet is the driving force for the entire movie for no reason. We meet him spreading fucking manure out on the lawn shirtless in front of a lady softball game at an all-girls school. Do we know if this is a high school? It's a high school, right?
Yeah, it's Caleb Richardson said she's supposed to be a high schooler. What's up, DJ?
Buddy, that's
The bad guys aren't even bad. They just stink.
they smell like manure. I hate manure.
If this was modern day, the second Ethan, a member of the faculty, starts flirting with Linda, that's going to be firing and calling the fuck. It was the 80s, man.
Not to even mention Galgamash or whatever the math teacher.
Gargamel?
Gargamel, yeah.
Gargamel?
Yeah. Gilgamesh, I think, is a god.
Gilgamesh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's from the Eternals.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah. But yeah, it was terrible. Ethan sucked. He's boring. Why Linda? I mean, I kind of understand Kara falling in love with him. Not really love, but like it's the first dude she's seen, right?
That is not
wasn't
part
from
of.
Argo, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's like if you fuck somebody on Argo, it's like fucking your cousin. Okay, like I'm just saying. There's maybe like 45 people on this entire city. Okay. Like, I mean, that's what I'm assuming. That's all we saw. We saw a tree and like 3 windows, and that was the whole thing, right? And then she kicks a ball. Don't get me started. And like, so like, I get that, but like him, like, it was stupid. I hated it. Like, you think back to Superman the movie, and even like Superman 2, and like they really nailed the Clark Lois stuff, right? Like they nailed that.
Yeah.
And they did not nail this on any level. Like, I mean, they were doing the things they were doing because the script told them to do the things they were doing.
Yeah.
That's the only reason they did anything.
And they're like, hey, if this whole scene of them walking lasts for 5 minutes without talking, we're going to keep it in the film. We're not going to edit it out at all.
I know I do have some information about the editing a little bit later on. Yeah. So how Jimmy and Lucy progressed. Jimmy Olsen shows up to hang out with Lois's little sister. Her name is Lucy. While she is on her long weekend from school.
We have a long weekend. 3 days off.
And like she's a high schooler.
Yeah. Jimmy, what you doing, man?
I mean, Jimmy at the very least is an adult that works at the Daily
Yeah,
Planet. Right?
Jimmy, what are you doing?
And like the first Superman movie came out in 77, 78. And Jimmy was in that.
Yep.
And this is 84.
Yeah.
So he's got to be at least 25. At least.
Jimmy, what are you doing?
And like, I feel like Lois would beat the fucking shit out of him.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Margot Kidder don't play.
No, she doesn't.
Like, we know that.
Have you seen that scene from Family Guy?
And so, like, I don't know, man. Like, I understand they wanted to bring somebody in it. And, like, even if they play it like, oh, he's like an older brother type.
Yeah.
But then they make out at the end. Like, they kiss.
Yeah.
It's weird. Jimmy Olsen shows up to hang out with Lucy. Kara and Jimmy meet, but Kara flies off to save Ethan from all the wacky hijinks that took place. Jimmy watches and like doesn't even take a picture or anything.
No, he doesn't.
After Selena takes over the city,
Sucks.
Lucy and Jimmy hold a protest over her ruling the city. Remember they had their own picket signs.
Oh, I know. I remember.
She had a mountain.
Yeah.
And like magic.
Yeah.
They still had picket signs.
And they're like, screw this. We're not.
Hell no, we won't
We'll
go.
go. We won't go. We don't like you.
It's like, what the fuck? Like, what are they doing? What are they even doing?
They didn't know.
No, they didn't know. Let's see here. Protest over rolling city, but are then taken prisoner. After Kara escapes the Phantom Zone and frees them, Lucy and Jimmy make out for some reason. That's how they progressed. What is hot?
Don't make excuses for him. He says, I mean, it's entirely possible Jimmy was a high school freshman in Superman 1, even then.
No.
He'd be 22 in 1884. Still weird.
No.
Don't.
He was
Don't.
at the Daily Planet on a work day. Like, he was there. Like, I feel like we're giving him a lot of credit. We're saying that he, at best he's 18.
Yeah.
I don't think that Perry White, the one that's like,
Oh, hell no. He doesn't
the
want
most important interview
Hey.
since God spoke to Moses.
Well,
I don't
I'll be
see
honest,
him.
That Perry White doesn't want to babysit.
And I don't see him hiring somebody without a journalism degree. Like, I don't see Jimmy Olsen walking up off the sidewalk and being like, hey, I got a fucking DSLR. You want some goddamn pictures? I'm like, oh, sure, why not?
It's not J. Jonah Jameson.
I need Spider-Man. Like, I think he's got to have at least graduated college. I'm telling you guys, Jimmy Olsen's pushing like 40 in this. Okay?
He looks old.
Well, that's Mark McClure. He always looks okay. Nothing but love to Mark McClure. Let's see here. How Clark and Lois progressed this year. Well, both Clark and Lois are mentioned, but neither appear, nor is their relationship discussed. Though Lucy, and I want to bring this up, Lucy does act like Clark is hot for some reason. But remember, in this version, he's supposed to be less than nobody. So, like, why would she think he's hot? She's like, oh, Clark Kent. Like, not like hot, but like, she acts as though he's like a man.
Yeah.
Like a manly man, Like, at the very least, there's some
Like
hunk
Ethan.
to him. Yeah. Lucy thinks of Clark Kent like that.
Yeah.
And like,
Nah.
he's like, I don't.
He's a nerd.
Yeah. And it's not even like a fun, like he's not even like a goofy, like it's not even like
He's
Brandon
a goofy
Ralph.
goober. He's not a goofy guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't think they understood. I think they just
I
wanted
don't
to do
think they
that
did either.
because like he is Superman, but like
Yeah.
how can Lucy tell? She can't obviously, but I hated it.
Maybe because Lois's sister is supposed to be nerdy, so she falls for a nerdy guy.
No, but he's a doof. He's okay.
Nerdy doof.
Let me rephrase this, everybody. Okay.
A noof.
His persona in these movies is to be invisible. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing is so that he doesn't, draw any attention. He walks hunched over. He trips and falls and, I'm now like,
Body
look,
language screams low self-esteem.
yeah. Now look, if we're talking like, fuck Dean Cain, but if we're talking like Lois and Clark, the New Adventures of Superman, if we're talking Smallville, if we're talking Superman and Lois, if we're talking Superman Returns or
Any
Man of
other
Steel,
variation.
like I would give it to you. I'd be like, yeah, I mean, they could probably see that he's, at least just a farm boy.
Yeah.
But like this, he's supposed to be like nothing.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point, And I just don't think Lucy would see him at all in any kind of like, like even if she had been like, oh, he's so funny or something, literally anything but I'm attracted because he's a guy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, she did want to bang Jimmy Olsen. So I don't know. I didn't like it. What do you think about the relationships, Maggie?
That was a load of horse shit.
I hate manure. Let's get into continuity.
Carry on my wayward son.
Should have tried a little bit harder. Oh, DJ, be nice about Helen Slater. She did a good job.
She did. It's not Helen's fault.
It's not Helen's fault, man. There's too many other factors going into this.
Even Helen Keller could have seen how bad of a script this was.
Where's the music?
Was that bad?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Helen
I'm so
Keller
sorry.
had a really hard life.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I could make fun of like Abraham Lincoln if I wanted to, right?
Abraham Lincoln wasn't.
How long ago was Helen Keller?
I think early. Was it early 1900s?
Yeah. See, we can make jokes, right?
Not about. Let's get on with this.
This
shit.
is the fourth movie in the Superman film series, taking place after the events of Superman 3. Just be glad, Maggie.
Oh, God.
Because you're in Clerks 2, who Randall got Helen Keller confused with. I thought about taking that reference. It was like, no, that I would feel bad
Yeah.
about doing that. She wrote a diary.
Oh, no.
Yeah, So, no.
I've only
Yeah.
watched Clerks 2 once, so I don't notice.
Oh my God, we gotta watch it again right now. Let's just end the stream. Let's go watch that.
Kayla says, I just want to point out this is after Superman 3.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
No, this is the fourth movie in the Superman film series taking place after the events of Superman 3. This movie was supposed to serve as a spin-off from the Superman film starring Christopher Reeve. Here comes some fun knowledge for you, Maggie. Christopher Reeve was slated to have a cameo as Superman, but bowed out early on. The original script had Supergirl trying to rescue Superman, who had fallen ill due to Selina's magic.
I mean, magic does hurt Superman.
It would have been like a much different movie.
Yeah, it would have.
A much better movie. Much better movie. Superman's non-appearance in the film is explained via a news broadcast overheard by Selina, stating that Superman has left Earth on a peace-seeking mission to a distant galaxy. In the Superman documentary, You Will Believe, director Janae Swark said Reeves' involvement in the film would have given the feature higher credibility and admitted he wished Reeve had made a contribution to the film's production. A publicity photo of him as Superman does appear as a poster in Lucy and Linda's shared dorm room. It would have made a huge difference.
Yeah, it would have.
Like, even just from a story standpoint, because, like how does she know anything? Like, she knows Superman's her cousin. She knows Clark is Superman. Like, she knows all of these things from nowhere. Like, how would she know any of that? You know?
Brainwaves.
No.
Brainwaves.
Mark McClure makes his fourth of 5 appearances in the Superman-related films. He is the only actor to appear in all 4 films featuring Superman and the spin-off movie. Demi Moore auditioned for and was cast as Lucy Lane, but left to make the film Blame It on Rio.
I've never heard of that movie.
I think she made the right choice. Granted, I've never heard of Blame It on Rio,
Yeah.
but I think she made the right choice. I mean, come on. After gaining the film rights for Superman the movie in the 1970s, Alexander Salkind and his son Ilya also purchased the rights to the character of Supergirl should any sequel or spinoff occur. Supergirl was originally slated to debut in Superman 3 in a plotline intended to set up a standalone film, but her character was ultimately removed and replaced with...
Nuclear Man.
No, that was 4.
Oh.
Richard Pryor.
Oh, Richard Pryor.
She's replaced with Richard Pryor.
Nuclear
same,
Man.
Same exact story. Same exact story, but Supergirl instead of Richard Pryor.
Nuclear Man.
I still think that version would have been better than this movie that we got, you know? Oh my God. The Salkinds announced the Supergirl film in April 1982 before production began on Superman 3. After the critical disappointment of that film, the Salkinds opted to use the Supergirl movie to freshen the franchise. Ilya later recounted, "It was something different to an extent. I thought it was a very different area to explore. A vagina.
A woman.
Oh, they got tits and shit. Grace Caesar's ghost.
Woman.
Superwoman girl.
Supergirl.
Originally, the plot was to center around Supergirl rescuing Superman, who would be portrayed as her cousin and mentor, but the film was heavily rewritten after Reeves chose not to be involved. The producers attempted and failed to get the services of Richard Lester, who had directed Superman 3 and had completed the second film after the dismissal of original director Richard Donner. And he said no. He was like, listen, I did the back half of Superman 2. I did Superman 3. I am obviously not above being a shit fucking director, okay? Yeah. I will take a paycheck.
Yeah.
But I will be damned before I direct Supergirl and this garbage. Get this shit out of here.
Ever again.
Get this shit out of here.
I don't know you.
Fuck Richard Lester. I don't know. I don't know if he's actually a bad guy.
Pa.
I'm just...
Pa. Park.
I don't know if Richard Lester is actually a bad guy. I'm definitely Team Donner, but I don't know if it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault.
No,
it was the Salkinds' fault.
Yeah,
for being like, hey, we don't need him. Anyway,
we need more money.
French filmmaker Genet Zwark, who was best known at the time for his work in television and for directing Jaws 2, was chosen after a meeting with Christopher Reeve, who had complimented him. Zwark sought advice from Donner over some technical aspects of the production. No idea if Donner gave him any info.
Yeah.
Or if he was just like, get the fuck out of here. Fuck you. I directed The Omen, you piece of shit. I don't know you.
Stranger danger.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You're saying a lot of things that's not connected to anything.
No. You said I don't know you, so I said stranger danger.
Oh my God. Hundreds of actresses tested for the role of Supergirl / Linda, among them Demi Moore and Brooke Shields. Shields and Moore were rejected by both Ilya and Zwark, who wanted an unknown actress. Yeah. Dolly Parton reportedly turned down the role of Selena before it was offered to Dunaway.
Oh, man.
She was offered $7 million.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, and she said no because she didn't want to play a witch for no amount of money. Yep.
She always plays the good guy. She always does. I can understand, though.
Hard candy Christmas.
I mean, even in the best little whorehouse in Texas,
yeah,
she was in charge of a whorehouse.
Honestly,
she's a good person in it.
I'm glad she didn't do it.
I'm glad too, but I will give it to Dunaway. She delivered on the witch part. She was bananas.
They blame this and 2 other movies for destroying her career.
Really?
Yeah, like her final 3 films were like this was one of them, and like she couldn't get any work or something. I don't know. I can't remember.
That's so sad.
I don't know. Was she? Who is Faye Dunaway?
Well, I mean,
Was she a country singer?
no, she's just a really like great actress back in the day.
okay.
I'm going to look her up real quick.
Fair enough. Although the Salkinds financed the film completely on their own budget, Warner Brothers was still involved in the production since the studio owned the distribution rights of the film. The relationship between the studio and the partnership was strained after the critical and commercial underperformance of Superman 3 in June 1983 during the production of the film. The Salkinds insisted on moving the opening date from the summer to the holiday season in order to avoid competition with the other major films and the 1984 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. The studio claimed it could not provide a holiday slot and relinquished its distribution rights of Supergirl to the Salkinds, who gave the distribution rights to TriStar Pictures. That right there is what caused this movie to be in legal hell
Oh, yeah.
for decades.
Oh, yeah.
Decades.
It sounded awful.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Faye Dunaway. She did a lot of TV movies after, I think, all this.
Gotcha.
Mommy Dearest. She played
Mommy.
Joan Crawford. And like that's a role she's known for. I think she won an award for it.
Wait,
No wire hangers.
is Joan Crawford the one that used to be on E all the time?
No, that was Joan Rivers.
Ah.
Joan Crawford, she was like a big movie star back in like the 40s and stuff. Her and Betty Davis had a falling out.
Betty Davis has.
Let's see.
Can
She
we
was
move on?
in Chinatown with Jack Nicholson and The Happening, and she was Bonnie in Bonnie and Clyde with Warren Beatty.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can move on.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm glad you know. I just didn't care. I
Oh,
didn't
no,
give
you
a
don't
shit.
care.
But it's good knowledge.
You never care.
It's good knowledge, mate. So if you didn't catch all that, Warner Brothers was still going to distribute it. Then because of Superman 3 being terrible, they were like, we hate this relationship. And then the Salkinds like, hey, you got to move it to Christmas. And they're like, no, we're not moving it to Christmas. And then they're like, you know what? Instead, we don't want it. Like you take it, you
take
do
it
you,
away. Go
you do
away.
you, dogs. And so the Salkinds then gave the distribution rights to TriStar Pictures. Okay. International Video Entertainment paid $3.2 million for North American home video rights, one of the largest deals at the time, and released the TriStar edited 105-minute U.S. version of the movie in 1985. Okay. This is where things are going to get wild.
Oh, boy.
Supergirl originally ran for 135 minutes. Material that was cut for the 105-minute version of the film included the Argo City opening. Now, this is everything that was cut. We actually saw the version that includes all of this.
Okay. Well,
So-
I figured.
Yeah, which I didn't know. I don't think you can pick the versions.
yeah.
So the Argo City opening was not included.
Mhm.
The scene known as Flying Ballet as Supergirl arrives on Earth. She is surprised to find herself capable of almost anything, especially flying. She can use her super strength to crack rocks into dust and use her heat ray vision to help flowers grow. All of that was cut. Apparently, she comes out of the water and is flying like through Chicago.
Okay.
Like it cut all of that.
Wow.
Yeah. Scenes concerning Selena, Bianca, and Nigel were also trimmed. Selena's introduction was merely a few lines long when the Omegahedron lands on Earth and Selena takes it for use of its magic. So like all that stuff of like her and Nigel like talking and stuff, all that was cut. She was just, it was kind of like, I don't know what it was. And just boom, it hit and it's done.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah. Other scenes involved Linda Lee making a temporary home in the city of Midvale, Illinois, and an extended version of the tractor sequence in which the possessed machine runs amok on the Midvale streets and kills a civilian.
Oh, shit.
Yes, it killed somebody.
Yeah, well, it should have killed like multiple people
Right.
the way it was going.
The alleged death scene does not appear in either the international or the 2000 director's cut of the movie.
So we didn't see that either.
Yeah.
The death doesn't, like, it's been lost.
It's lost
media. Yeah, it's lost media.
I think Coolsville sucks.
Yeah.
There it is. In 2006, the 2006 DVD release and current Blu-ray reissue by Warner Home Video contains the International Edition, also called the European Theatrical Edition. The later release also features the aforementioned director's cut. We, of course, watched it digitally, so I'm pretty sure we only have the European theatrical edition, which is just insane. It's insane that's a thing. You know?
Yeah.
Like the fact that this movie was cut up so many different ways from Sunday, it's just insane. I didn't even include it, but there was additional times that it played on like ABC, and they added some scenes back in that wasn't in the European cut either. And like, yeah, it's all over the fucking place, dude.
Caleb said this movie got a director's cut.
Yes, it did. It did. Unfortunately. I mean, mainly because the version that they released in the US was like 40 minutes shorter and made no fucking sense. Like, if we thought this movie didn't make any sense, imagine it with less.
Yeah.
You know? Like, still horrible.
Yeah.
And still all of the shit, but less information about any of it, you know? God. Critical reviews in the United States were poor, and although the film took the #1 slot in the North American box office during its opening weekend, it is widely considered to be a box office bomb after making only $14.3 million in North America. Supergirl holds an approval rating of 8% and has an average rating of 3.4 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes, based on 36 reviews. It is also tied with Catwoman for its review score.
Woohoo!
Man, which would you say is worse?
For me,
Yeah,
in my taste, Catwoman's worse.
I agree. I agree.
Freaking hate Catwoman.
Catwoman is.
It was such
it's
a
unbearable.
letdown. It was such a letdown.
It's not even that for me. It's not even that Catwoman's a letdown. It's that it's completely unbearable to watch.
Yeah.
It is.
Her playing basketball, Benjamin Bratt. What the flip?
And
you
it's
know?
it's like a level of like cringe that like it hurts. You know, at least this is just boring
Yeah.
and like stupid.
Yeah.
Right? Catwoman is actively awful. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it made choices, and the choices it made were terrible, and I don't understand it, and I hate it, and it's just bad.
Bad.
All bad. It's just all bad. I mean, they got the suit right in this. You know?
Oh, yeah. I love her
They
suit
did
in
not
this.
give Catwoman the right suit.
No, they did not. At all. Hikari says, "You two are live." My brain is so cooked that I thought I was watching a pre-recording. And she quotes, "It's overtime."
That's right. I don't get it. It's overtime for what?
Pizza.
Oh. No. What? Huh?
Party time?
It's a party. Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal.
What about Steel? Okay. Here's the deal.
Oh, boy.
I've been trying to figure out what movies we're going to watch now that we've made it through all the Christopher Reeve movies, okay? Because, like, we watched all 4. Then we watched the Aquaman pilot. Now we've watched Supergirl.
Yeah.
Okay? Me and Matt ZR have made a couple of discussions about this. We talked about maybe
Southland Tales.
No, we talked about maybe doing Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li because Lana's in it. I don't want to do it, but when I was looking this up, it said like the Superman films, right? And then it said spin-offs, and it said Supergirl, and then it also said Steel. And like, it kind of hit me. I was like, fuck, maybe we do Steel. Maybe we watch Steel.
Still.
I mean, why not? You know?
Caleb says, Still takes place in the Reeves universe. There's a picture of Christopher Reeves.
What?
Superman in the newspaper.
I did not know that.
All right, Steel's our next one.
So we're going to want between 7 and 8. Man, as if season 7 wasn't bad enough. We're going to
Oh, yeah.
cap it off with Steel. I've never seen Steel.
I haven't either.
Isn't Judd Nelson the bad guy in Steel? I'm pretty sure he is. We're going to watch it. It's going to be terrible. I can't wait. Welcome to the party, pal. This is the part where we welcome all the characters that we met this time on Smallville, but it's Supergirl. So
We met Helen Slater as Supergirl / Kara / Linda
Original?
Lee. Huh?
Original character. Wait, sorry.
What are you talking
My
about?
brain went ahead.
Faye Dunaway as Selena, who is an original character. Peter O'Toole as Zoltar, which
That's
is
Prince
an
of
original,
Arabia.
an
Or
original character.
Lords of Arabia, my
Also.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Original. Breaker.
Hart Bachner as Ethan. Mia Farrow as Alora in Z, who is Kara's mom.
Yeah.
Alora in Z. I don't know why that's her last name. Okay, let me rephrase that. I know why it's her last name. I don't understand why it's still her last name.
Mm.
Cause like that's her dad's name.
Yeah.
Her Laura's dad is in Z, right? So
Yeah.
their family name is Z, like L,
Mhm.
right? It's letter. It's all just letters.
It's all
There's
letters.
Z and there's L. So like that's why it's Kara Zor-El, because her dad is Zor-El, and so her last name is Zor-El. Okay. So like, but Alora, we would think should have taken on the surname of her husband,
Yeah.
because now she's in that family. She's not in the Z family anymore. She's
But
in
not
the House of
everything
L.
on Krypton's the same as here on Earth.
But I'm pretty sure Laura, Kal-El's mom, it doesn't. I mean, I thought, I don't know. I thought maybe they didn't have a last name. But I definitely didn't think their last name was the name of their dad after they were married. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. I don't know. Anyway,
They were cones.
Brenda Vaccaro as Bianca. Peter Cook as Nigel Thornberry. Smashing, darling. Yes. Oh. Nigel Thornberry. Simon Ward as Zor-El. Mark McClure as Jimmy Olsen. And Maureen Teefy as Lucy Lane. Lucy Lane. Normally I show like a whole picture of all the characters.
There's too many.
I didn't spend the time doing that. So
Too many.
in memoriam, everybody, it's time to remember all those that we lost this week.
We're all gonna die.
Matt ZR says Judd Nelson is in still. By the way, Shaq from the NBA is. No, I knew that. I knew Shaq was there. I love you, Matt ZR. I did know Shaq was there.
What? It also ties in Batman 89 and Batman Returns. Robert Wool as Alexander Knox has a cameo as a TV. What the hell?
Wait.
What is this?
Wait.
Knox?
Wait. So when George Clooney said this is why Superman works alone, he was talking about the Christopher Reeve Superman?
I bet so. There were cones.
So wait, does that mean the Flash ended up in the Reeves universe at the end? Because George Clooney was there.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about
We need to ask people.
Do
What
we?
pocket dimension are you from?
So we gotta remember everybody we lost. We lost Zoltar.
Rest in power.
We also lost all of Argo City, probably. Because I'm pretty sure they're like, oh, fuck, we lost the power source, so we're going to all fucking die.
Yeah.
And Kara's like, nope, I got you, dogs. And then, like, she goes and enrolls in school and fucks around and shit. Like, I'm pretty sure they're all dead. Like, right? Like, think about it. At the end of the movie, she flies back to the city. We never go inside. I imagine they're all fucking dead. And, like, they're like, you know what? Let's just end it on a possible good note, you know? She's like Andrew Lincoln and fucking Walking Dead walks in there and just they're all like, "Wah." It's like, don't open Krypton inside. These are fucking hilarious
I'm
jokes,
sorry.
Maggie,
I'm
all
so
right?
sorry.
This
Can
is some
I have
hilarious references.
Your hand.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I love you.
I love you, and it's
I'm
okay.
trying to stay strong for you.
Stay strong like Kara Zor-El would.
Yes, with the trees.
What if I told you I've got a Smallville spoiler coming up?
Nuh-uh.
You gotta stay awake.
It was what? Well, DJ apparently was blowing an air horn for me in the chat to keep you awake.
All right, let's
So-
get into the freak of the week.
Yeah.
Major funky.
It is Major Funky this
Do we
week.
need to talk about the ball
No.
and the fact that
Fuck the ball.
Zoltar kicked it over to her
Yeah, Zoltar. This is all Zoltar.
so she could make like a big
I
old
think-
dragonfly or some shit?
I think this is Zoltar's plan from the start. He just wanted to get the hell out of Argo City, get away from everybody else. And he's like, you know what? I know how to get out of here.
I want to die.
I'm going to take the Omegahedron and I'm going to teach Kara how to make
Paint
something
a big old dragonfly.
and bring it to life because that's against the rules.
Oh, and don't you love how like that never came to me anything? Like you could make the argument that like maybe the like dragon thing that she like put the ball in,
Yeah.
that maybe that came to life because of that. But it's also implied that that's like a demon
Yeah.
from her dark magic, you know? It's like this whole thing about like, oh, hey, you can create this, and hey, with this you can bring it to life. And then that just never played a part the rest of the movie. It had, even though that was the MacGuffin that she had to go find, it just never played a part. Never mattered, you know?
Never ever.
Like, in script writing 101, they say that, like, you know, if you set something up, you should pay it off.
Yeah.
You shouldn't just set up everything and not pay anything off. That's called bankruptcy. That's called Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Yeah. Smart. Big
Big
brain.
brain.
I got a big big brain.
Go to bankrupt, everybody.
All right. The freak of the week this week is Selena, Shadow Demon, and a tractor.
Woohoo!
Even though it's not really a tractor. It's more of like an excavator.
Excavator.
Excavator. Hey, dirt, see you later. I'm an excavator.
Elmo loves an excavator.
Elmo, what are you doing here?
No. Fuck you, Blippi.
Ah, fuck you, Elmo.
All right. It's time to rank the freaks of the week, Maggie. So we got number 1, Zod, Ursa, and Nom from Superman 2. Number 2, Nadia from Mercy Reef.
Mm,
Number 3, Lex Luthor from Superman the movie.
mm.
Number 4, Lex, Nuclear Man, and Lenny from Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. And at number 5, not Lex, not Brainiac, and Lorelei from Superman 3. Mate, where do you want to put these fucks?
Oh boy.
Here's the question, Maggie. Here's the question. Is this movie worse than Superman 3? Are these bad guys worse than Superman 3?
No.
I mean, I don't know. Because Superman 3, like, as much shit as Superman 4 gets, right? And it gets a lot of shit. But at the very least, they got everybody back, right?
Yeah.
And as much as I love seeing Annette O'Toole in Superman 3 and Christopher Reeve fighting himself, you know, drunk Superman with 5 o'clock shadow, as much as I love seeing that, literally all of the bad guy stuff is atrocious, right? Like it's awful. It is just very blatantly obvious they didn't want to pay Gene Hackman to be Lex Luthor in the movie, right?
That's true.
Like it's very obvious.
Yeah.
But also this movie sucks. It's also, what's more atrocious? A fucking awful original character or a terrible replacement for characters that they didn't want to pay enough to be there? You know, like that's the thing,
Yeah.
because it's not Lex Luthor
No.
versus original
The
Selena.
machines. Lex versus the machines.
I just don't know, Maggie. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know which is worse. I mean, Supergirl the movie is worse than Superman 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think I feel confident in saying that.
Yeah.
But I don't. I mean, like the Shadow Demon was cool. Remember when I played the Godzilla music over it?
Yeah.
Like that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun.
It made it a lot better.
It made it better, yeah.
And I don't think you could do that with Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor was all about them computers.
I don't know. I'm gonna say number 6. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't choose. They're both awful. They're both equally terrible.
Bored. Lord. Number 6. I'm sorry.
Number 6.
I'm so sorry.
So you want to put Selena and Shadow Demon
Yep.
and Excavator.
Excavator.
All right. Your new number 6. Supergirl the movie. Bad guys. Where do you think Shazam, or not Shazam, Steel, where do you think the Steel villains are going to end up?
Worse than this.
Well, it's like, okay, you want to know why I got to Shazam? Because I was thinking Shaq
Kazam.
and Kazam. Yep, that's exactly how I got
Honest
there.
mistake.
Yeah, and it's DC. See, it all comes together. Let's get into puberty.
Yeah. Big change.
Bingo.
Oh my god, this movie. Oh shit. All right, I did all this from memory.
Oh boy.
So if I'm forgetting, because again, nobody wanted to have a detailed breakdown of anything for this movie. So
They don't want to remember it.
They don't. They don't. After all these years. All right. Supergirl uses the following abilities: flight, super speed, super strength, invulnerability, super hearing, X-ray vision, instant clothes creation, bracelet alarm thing, and flower bloom vision. I mean, they said it was her heat ray that made the flower bloom. I don't think that's how heat works.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say flower bloom vision.
Sunlight and heat does help plants grow, but not like that.
Not like fire lasers. Fire the lasers! The scene where Supergirl flies out of the lake was actually a photograph of Helen Slater pasted on a wooden cutout. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you okay, Maggie? Where are you going?
I gotta go walk.
Why?
I can't believe it was a poster board cutout.
It was a Helen Slater photograph put on a wooden cutout. You want me to go to the next one while you're okay? No flats, no tights. Did they break the rule this season, Maggie? Or this movie? She's back.
I'm back.
A dinosaur story.
No.
They didn't break the rule?
Yes, I did.
All right, let's talk about drugs.
Let it chance.
What's OxyContin?
Oh my
Damn,
god.
DJ, you still.
So there's no kryptonite in this movie, but Kara is seen to be weak to magic and the Phantom Zone.
Just like Smallville.
Oh. Anything else you want to say about that?
Pizza time.
Hold me down forever. No one do it better. We all do it better for the shredder. Hey, how would you compare Supergirl with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3?
Like, bad?
Yeah, like how would you compare the two movies? Because we've had to watch both of them for these podcasts. It's like, which was the worst experience? Watching Turtles 3?
Turtles 3 was the worst.
You think watching Turtles 3 was worse than watching Supergirl?
Yeah, I don't like how they was hitting on April the whole time, man. That's gross.
Yeah.
That's gross.
And Turtles 3 is goddamn dog water. It's awful.
Shit.
It's awful.
It's shit in dog water.
I would rather watch the 5th Transformers movie
Oh, Jesus.
over Turtles 3. Man, I don't know. I was about to say I'd rather watch Independence Day Resurgence. And I don't think I can. I don't think I can ever watch that again.
I can never watch it again.
I've watched
It's
it-
awful. How many times did I fall asleep?
I've watched
A
it
lot.
twice.
God.
And like, I'm pretty sure it shaved 4.5 years off my life. All right. Like, between that and COVID, world fucking sucks, man. All right. Pizza time. There's a lot of product placement with A&W in this movie, along with a full scene taking place inside of a Popeyes.
Yeah.
Come and get your chicken. Come and get your chicken.
Come get your dinner at Popeyes.
Come and get your chicken. Come and get your chicken. I love it when you give me a pot pie. Throw your hands in the air if you say I'm a player. All right, let's get into DCU references. Perfect bigger.
You become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
All right, Maggie. So much of the deleted material appeared in the DC Comics one-shot comic book adaptation of the film. They made the adaptation. They actually, I don't think I have this in here. They canceled the Supergirl comic book 2 months before the movie came out, but still released the adaptation of the movie. Because why not? Let's see here. The comic book adaptation of the film, primarily the scenes that fleshed out Selina's character. A prototype of the Supergirl costume was made that looked more like the 80s version of the character in the comics, including her red headband. And we have an image.
What?
I know.
I thought it was behind us. That's how bad off I am tonight. Oh my God.
Look at
That's
that.
awful.
Look
Her
at that.
hair.
Yeah.
That wig. That's
Yeah,
awful.
it's a wig. It's
That is awful.
I kind of like it.
I hate it.
Like, I mean, I like the classic version that we have, obviously. But like, you know, having seen that version in like all the stuff,
yeah.
you know, like all the different comics, the Crisis adaptations and stuff.
She looks like Olivia Newton-John in the Physical music video.
Oh, I didn't put this in here. They tried to get John Travolta to be Ethan. He said no.
No, I gotta go help Sandy.
Hey, what is like a dog? Hey, hey, Matt ZR's calling you out because you suck.
Furio.
There you go. There you go, Matt ZR. This is the first time many elements of Superman/Supergirl lore is seen in film, including Kara/Supergirl, obviously, Argo City, Alora NZ, Kara's mom, Zor-El, Kara's dad, Jor-El's brother, and Clark's uncle. Hey, Uncle Zori, how you doing?
Hi, Uncle Zor.
Hey, it's me, Zor-El, Zoltar. Lucy Lane, Lois's sister, and the inside of the Phantom Zone. This is the first time we ever saw the inside of the Phantom Zone. You believe that? Hey, you believe that?
I believe it.
Do you feel like, okay, upon watching this and thinking about the season 6 premiere of Smallville when Clark was in the Phantom Zone, do you feel that the Phantom Zone they made in Smallville was inspired by the Phantom Zone in this?
Yeah.
It kind of was, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's a big wasteland. Like, sure, the whole, like, tornado that lets you out or something. Like, I don't know how that whole thing worked. Remember the tornado that let you out in the Supergirl version? Remember they have to climb a hill around a tornado to get out, and Zoltar's like, "Whoa," and goes into the tornado, pulls a Loki, and then Kara's able to get out. And like, I don't know why he had to do that, because it seems like it shouldn't have any effect on the tornado. You seriously do not remember this at all. It was the crutch, like the big crutch at the end of the movie. It's how she got out of the Phantom Zone.
Oh, the red tornado.
Oh my god. Wow.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying, man.
Helen Hunt was there.
No, Helen Hunt wasn't there. Helen Slater was.
Oh.
And Zatan.
A poster of Superman can be seen in Lucy's dorm room. Don't know if you caught that or not.
No, I was wondering whose picture Caro just kept on petting.
That's my cousin. How does she know? How does she know? There's.
How will I know?
Mark McClure makes a guest appearance as Jimmy Olsen from the Christopher Reeve Superman movies. The dean of the college that Linda Lee attends is named Mr. Danvers. In the Supergirl comics, Linda was adopted by a family named Danvers and even adopted their surname as Linda Lee Danvers.
Hey,
What?
I know what key Jimmy Olsen likes to sing in.
What's that?
A minor.
Wow. The original character, get this, Maggie. This movie is so prolific.
What?
So prolific. The original character of Selena was brought into the comics, was introduced in Supergirl number 10 in 2017, 33 years after this film.
Why?
Why not? You know, why not? Why not? Why not? You know, you write comics for 90 years. Sometimes you gotta go back to the barrel a few times, you know? Get this, Superman going off to another galaxy was reused as a plot line for Superman Returns, which Superman returns to Earth 5 years after leaving Earth to go find what is left of Krypton. So they were like, hey, we need a thing. We need a plot. Oh, I got it. Have you ever seen Supergirl, the movie?
Huh?
He's on a peacekeeping mission. Guess what? Boom. There we go. We wrote it. It's all good. A Kryptonian priestess named Selena appears as a secondary villain in season 3 of Supergirl 2015. Okay, now this is the part I need you to lock in. Lock it in, all right? Because this is where the spoiler comes in for Smallville. Okay?
All right.
Here we go. Years after her single appearance as Supergirl, Helen Slater took on the role of spoilers on the TV series Smallville.
She is.
She plays the character Spoiler.
No, she doesn't.
Batman's.
She doesn't.
Robin.
No,
I'm not telling you who she plays, and I don't want you to guess. But she does appear. She
Okay.
appears in season 7. That's actually why I wanted to make sure we watched this before season 7.
Okay.
So there you go. Later, Helen played the reoccurring character of Eliza Danvers, the adopted mother of the titular character in the TV series Supergirl. But she played Eliza Danvers.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know who played Kara's adopted dad?
Was he dark-headed?
It was Dean Cain.
Oh, fuck Dean Cain.
And wait, what was it? Why was he? There's something about him being Cyborg Superman or something. Like, but Martian Manhunter was Cyborg Superman. Okay.
Okay.
So like Hank
Okay.
Hank Henshaw is Cyborg Superman. Okay. And the guy that plays Martian Manhunter when season 1 of Supergirl began was playing Hank Henshaw.
Yeah.
Okay. And then middle of the season, because he was leading the, I don't know, the not Star Labs. I don't even know, but it was like the police force that Kara's sister worked for.
Yeah.
That like Kara
Yeah.
as Supergirl worked with, you know?
Yeah.
So he was leading that. Turns out he's not Hank Henshaw. He's actually Martian Manhunter. But then they decided to still bring in Hank Henshaw as a character. And so dude's playing both of them. And he
Bro's
says-
playing a dangerous
and
game.
at the end, he's like, I'm the cyborg Superman. And like, he doesn't look anything like cyborg Superman. He just has like a metal plate over his face. Like he looks like if somebody went to the Dollar Tree and tried to recreate the cyborg costume. You know, like not cyborg Superman, cyborg like booyah,
Yeah.
cyborg, right? That.
No.
Like it's like a silver paper plate.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And that's Hank Henshaw. The real Hank Henshaw. Not Martian Manhunter.
Well,
Hank
the
Henshaw.
real Hank Henshaw, please stand up.
This is before Supergirl got moved over to the CW and was saved from the horribleness of season 1, which I think happened in season 2. I think she moved over. They did have that Flash crossover, which was cool in season 1.
Yeah.
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 When the Flash shows up and they're like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this guy?" He's like, "Who's Superman?" And they're like, "What the fuck?" Anyway. I don't know why I'm talking so much about Supergirl when we should be talking more about Supergirl.
The
A
movie.
CGI version of the character makes a cameo in the 2023 DC Studios film The Flash, alongside a CGI version of Christopher Reeve's Superman. Maggie, does that scene make you happier now? Or sadder? Or indifferent?
Because, like, yes, I was aware of Christopher Reeve as a kid and stuff, Superman and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm trying to think.
You weren't
What
really
else
aware of
was-
Supergirl.
It wasn't. Yeah. So I feel like it made me appreciate that scene more, I feel like.
Yeah.
I didn't take it as like some people did, like it was just dishonoring you, dishonoring your family, dishonor on your cow.
God damn it. No, I agree. Like, it, you know, obviously a lot can be said about bringing people back from the dead in movies. I feel like personally, as long as like the estate is cool with it, and as long as like
They don't make them talk.
yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like they shouldn't be a main character. Like Rogue One went a bit far. Now, like the Princess Leia at the end was one thing.
Yeah, and also, I mean,
But like the dude throughout the movie
yes,
that was dead, like that was a bit weird.
also Carrie Fisher's daughter, Billy Lord, was the stand-in.
Yeah.
So
like that was cool. And like so I feel like in The Flash the way they handled having those characters show up,
yeah,
especially how they just show up and stand there and don't really do anything. Like, yes, that's pandering to the fans of 100%.
mm-hmm.
But I'm okay with that. And I think that's the only real way you should bring back characters like that that have passed away.
Yeah.
That being said, watching it and seeing her with him, even though I'd never seen Supergirl, I obviously knew who she was, you know, seeing her pop up as these other people and stuff.
Yeah.
Especially Supergirl, the show. Like it was nice. It was nice. It felt like, you know, Supergirl was always looked at as like the bastard stepchild of, you know, the Christopher Reeves movies,
Yeah.
you know? Like it wasn't officially canon to it,
Yeah.
you know? Like is the way it was always kind of construed to people.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't know, I did like in The Flash that they were like, no, here you go. Like they gave her flowers,
Yeah.
you know? Like stood her next to Christopher Reeve, Superman.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like that's something Christopher Reeve would have been down for,
I think you would
you know,
too.
even though he obviously didn't do it back in the day.
Yeah.
But he had other reasons, which probably included
I'd
this
say-
game suck or this movie sucks ass.
Matt's got games on the brain.
A lot better than this shit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But like, you know, that's just where I'm at. Through the 1990s and 2000s, multiple attempts at remakes and proposed live-action projects centered on Supergirl. They came and went. At one point, Akiva Goldsman, the screenwriter of The Da Vinci Code, Batman and Robin, and A Beautiful Mind, was rumored to be attached to write a proposed movie. Yeah, A Beautiful Mind, Maggie. I have a note for A Beautiful Mind. What if everybody knew that Paul Bettany's character was imaginary the whole time?
Wow. I've never watched that movie.
the studio.
I know it was
Jesus,
the studio.
man.
Mad God.
All right. But later it was reported that he was only producing the film. Actresses including Misha Barton, Taylor Swift, Kristen Bell, Amber Heard, who went on to be cast as Mira for the Aquaman movies, and Hilary Duff were all reportedly considered as possible choices to play Supergirl. Would you have watched a Hilary Duff Supergirl movie? I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, would it have been good though?
No.
Like, that's the question, right? In 2015, the Supergirl television series starring Melissa Benoist as the title character premiered on CBS as part of the CW's Arrowverse multiverse. In February 2021, Sasha Calle was cast as Supergirl in the Flash movie, the film that resets the status quo of the DCEU multiverse. And in 2024, James Gunn announced a Supergirl movie based on the book Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, written by Tom King, was being made and would star Molly Alcock as Supergirl. Released to be determined. She may pop up in the Superman movie coming out. She might. She might not. I mean, they did cast her really early.
Yeah, they did.
So they could totally put her in there, which I would appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's like this.
Mm-hmm.
If she comes bursting out of a lake.
A cardboard cutout.
Yes, attached to a fucking piece of wood.
Fishes.
Absolutely. You could see the strings in this a lot. Like a lot of the time.
Oh, you really could.
It was bad. It was bad. Let's get in the Talon mix. Remy Zero!
Hey, I like these guys. Yeah. Remy Zero!
Shut the hell up, Pete.
The film score for Supergirl was composed and conducted by Jerry Goldsmith, who had been the initial interest of director Richard Donner to compose for the first Superman movie.
Damn.
Richard Donner wanted him, not John Williams. We could have maybe not had the Superman theme.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It could have been like.
Oh.
You know, that's what it could have been. That's like the Batman score. The Superman poster included on the 1993 release of the soundtrack incorporates John Williams' Superman theme. That's the name of the track. We've lost Maggie.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
The soundtrack has also been referred by critics as one of the only redeeming qualities of the movie.
Wow.
I mean, I agree. She was actually nominated for a Saturn Award.
Really?
For Best Actress in a like fantasy movie. Yeah, I mean, people thought she did good.
I thought she did.
I did too. She was solid.
She had all the like innocent wonder of Kara.
Yeah,
Very well, like just down pat.
and listening to her talk about the Supergirl movie in those documentaries that's on the box set,
Yeah.
like you can tell she really knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
And but she knew it was also garbage, you know?
Yeah.
So she was just doing her best, you know?
Yeah.
But it's time for the countdown to Superman. 13 weeks. Until Superman returns to cinemas, baby. Can you believe it? 13 weeks. 13 weeks. And we get to see
Shooey doggies.
the big blue Boy Scout just fucking
Shooey.
jerking it.
Whoa. No.
What?
No.
On the big screen. He's like, like, because he's hurt.
Sure.
So he's like jerking around,
Sure.
you know, jack-a-lackin'. Anyway, next time on Smallville.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
The season 7 premiere. Season 7, episode 1. Bizarro.
What?
Maggie,
Let's find him right now.
based solely off the title. What do you think the plot of this next episode is? Sorry.
It's all about Bizarro.
It's all about
Opposite.
Bizarro.
Anti-Superman.
Wait, huh?
anti-Superman,
What do you mean?
not Superman.
Bizarro is anti-Superman? Okay. Like, he's a personification of being the opposite of Superman, or like he is against Superman?
He's not against Superman. Oh, he is against Superman. My bad.
No, okay.
Oh
Okay.
my God! You
Like-
you put me through a roller coaster loop, man.
Like, okay, you can use anti in two different ways. Like, you can be anti-war, which means you're against war, right? So you saying he's anti-Superman? Are you saying that he is the opposite of Superman, or that he is against the Superman?
Against. I'm so tired. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh my
I know,
God!
it's like talking to a child.
Oh.
I know.
All right, hey everybody, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. Maggie,
Shut.
special thanks to Basilius of Stupidonia and Our Lady Hikari. Thank you for being our Patreon producers for the month. We greatly appreciate you. Remember, if you would like to support the podcast, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome or become a member right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome. You can get your name listed in every episode just like these fine folks did. You can also get our backlog of exclusive content, including the Discord exclusive watch along that we just did. That's going to be going up for all the patrons and YouTube members at the awesome member level. That's the $5 level for those who don't know.
Yeah.
Except on YouTube, there's like a YouTube tax. I don't want to break it all down, but you get the idea. Anyway, yeah, you can watch along with us as we watch Supergirl, and you can do that. There's going to be some other stuff coming out later. I believe we're going to have another either watch along or play along is also on the docket for us to play a game together with our producers and our members. So that'll be fun. And yeah, it's going to be good times. If you are watching this live, make sure you've hit that like button, as that tells YouTube to share this with more fun people like yourself. And if you're listening to this on podcast networks, be sure and leave us a 5-star rating and review. We greatly appreciate it, as that also helps spread the good word of the USS Hopefully Awesome.
Spreads the gospel.
That's right. Hallelujah. Next time, tomorrow, we'll be talking about Digimon and Sailor Moon on the Digimoon Vodcast Power Hour. That's tomorrow night at 9 o'clock right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome. And on Thursday, we'll be back yet again with another edition of Super 90s Playback. We're watching a random VHS tape. This time, it'll have the Conan Claymation special, because you suckers can't pick a different tape. So, in your face.
In your face.
That's right, everybody. Hey, make sure you join the Discord, where you can hang out, keep the conversation going. As long as you don't suck, you can be in the Discord, and it's awesome. We have a lot of fun. We have some conversations. Matt ZR is in there always tearing it up, talking about God knows what. I'm just joking. He does great. He does a great job. Matt ZR is awesome. Everybody's awesome. In the Discord, everybody's great.
Yeah.
So, except for Maggie. She's never in there.
I read stuff, but I don't like posting.
I'm just fucking with you, Maggie.
I posted tig old biddies last night on Rouge.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for us, everybody. Thanks for watching. And as always,
Have a hopefully awesome day.
bye.